Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, that's how I feel right there. Alright, let's get on over to our solar report. Welcome back. I told you I'd be back. Little different tone in my voice tonight. I lost one of my sons today, one of my children, so I've been struggling all day. And I'll explain later in the spiritual report, but right now we just need to push on through here with our event today. Let me pull back out of this a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and start the loop. Here we are, March 9th, 2024. And here's your loop playing. And we first saw a little bit of this activity, the opening right here last night. And then also is this added little feature right down below here. Okay, we had this long duration event, but this little guy right there, okay, and then this event right there, okay, and oh man, it felt like somebody blew out the back of my head today. And then I come over to this instrument and I see this, and that's how it felt. Felt like somebody just blew out the back of my head today. Anyways, let's proceed on. And let me explain something here. When I say I lost my son, he didn't physically die. He spiritually died today. The reprobate mind has taken over, and well, we'll get into it later on. It's hard to see somebody physically alive walking around but dead inside. I see dead people. Yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this report. It's even harder to actually watch him still walk around alive and be dead. It'd be easier if they were in the ground. Okay, so here's our event here. What I was pointing out is notice the shape of our CME over here, kind of looking like a ram's head here. And let's go to the next frame here. All right. And we do have the month of Aries approaching here. Okay. And the ram plays a big part in this biblical story here. All right. And you can even make out the jaw, the nose, the eyes would be right here, but there's even like a shorter horn right here, like a young ram. And then there's an adult ram, like a really long horn sheep. We might have to do the spiritual report in a different spot tonight. We'll see. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, I've been going through this spiritual warfare for 6.5 years. I'm almost going on 7 here. And I know what's going to happen to you guys. And you're going to need all the strength you can muster and expect to be betrayed and hurt and stabbed by your closest loved ones, the ones you put all your time and energy into. So hold on, be prepared for that, okay, you guys? I'm sure some of you have already experienced that in your families already. So, anyways, we'll get to that later. For right now, pretty impressive CME, a lot of plasma coming out all over the place, okay? And then what's really going on here. You don't want to see it. I don't know, maybe you can see it over here on this side. This freaking thing right here. Sorry. Okay, I'm trying to. All right, you can see the flow going over it and everything. Here's our massive object. It's got a little moon out in front of it right here that's taking this plasma and looped around right here. Our little moon is this dark circle right here, right in between the tip of this horn and segmenting the tip of the bigger horn right there. So right in there is your round dark object, the moon, or the satellite of this bigger object over here. Hiding right in there. Let's see if maybe we pull it up, you can see it a little bit. Multiple objects going on in here, and then look back behind here, you can see this flow going over. You can see this like the damage ring going across the face of this thing. Let me pull back a little bit. Okay, so yeah, right there is good enough. Slide it over, slide it down. Oh, that was the last frame right there. So previous frame. Okay, and then do you guys want to take a peek at tomorrow? You don't? Well, we're going to do it anyway. All right, there's the tail end of your eruption right there. Right to, so right here at the opening frame, once we come back around to it, all right, right here is where we pick up where we left off from the day before, right there with your event still underway. And look at all this hot plasma still glowing. Look at this mess over here. All right, you can even make out a round spheroid object totally wrapped in plasma right there. So there's multiple objects trailing with this bigger object, I believe. I'll let you be the judge of that. Whoops, there we go. Something looks like to be hiding right in there with a little bit of plasma coming across the front of it right here. All right, and I've shown you pictures. Maybe later on in the spiritual report, we'll revisit the last time this big bad boy came through, or a previous time, one of the previous times when it interacted with the sun. You know the story of the prodigal son? I'm hoping someday my son will return so I can welcome him with open arms. All my children. It's not just my son, it's every single person on this planet. And it was so hard today to go out and run errands when all I saw was dead people. Oh my God. Impossible. And then this thing, clearly you can see this one with this bright plasma wrapped around it right there. All right, that little guy with its twin tails, the plasma is coming out faster than it's going out, than it's moving out. So it's making a reverse type wake there. I don't know what happened there, but a little glitch. Let me just get more screen for you guys and less button. right here. So now note the time frame, 22:36. So it's right towards the end of the 9th, going into the 10th. It crosses over the UTC date line or day line right there. Note here also how you can see this round structure with the plasma wrapped around it. This is a good image right here too. We need to just get into this one, not this side, but the red side right here. Okay. Paints our object right here. Boom. As it's approaching the sun. This is already interacting with the little moons or whatever out front, hitting the face of this and draping over it and around it. Hopefully you can see that. Most of the people here have eyes to see, so you guys can see that. Trying to be joyful in the midst of adversity here. It's just hard to got to do a lot of forgiving. Almost kind of looks like a little heart too. It could be a heart, whatever you see right here. Bing, bing. But huge explosion off the sun today. Probably an X flare, but it didn't come towards our detectors, so they didn't detect this. All right. But definitely not a quiet day on the sun. Wasn't I talking last night how we had 2 of these big objects pass just yesterday, and to look for the third one somewhere around today? I could have swore we were talking about that last night, and lo and behold, bing, look what shows up. Okay, let's come on over to Solar Ham now. Oh boy. This is so hard to do, especially when I see what's coming and I know what's coming, and just to see people dying inside, it's heartbreaking. Anyways, back to focus. Help me, Lord, focus on the show. All right, back to the report here. My bad. You can see yesterday or the other day we had this little M-class flare, another almost M-class flare, and then pretty quiet. All right, here is our transition line from the from the 9th to the 10th. This is where we had our big X flare. All right, or whatever came off the back of the sun. I'll let you guys be the judge of this as well. You have seen plenty of stuff come off the sun. I'll let you guys be the judge as to what size you think this is right here. But usually every time it interacts with this big black hole, it fires off quite a healthy flare, or quite a, powerful M flare, if not an X flare. Look at all the plasma that it ripped off at the meantime. We should put that back into motion. Actually, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So you can see that if our detectors had detected it, there would probably be a pretty healthy spike right here. Okay. Otherwise, it looks all quiet, and this can be deceiving because I see some people saying, "Oh, it was all quiet on the sun today." No, it wasn't. It was far from quiet on the sun today. It was a nightmare on the sun today. This instrument doesn't show it, but you saw it. Okay, let's continue here. X flare potential 1%. I could say, yeah, probably back down to, it can be lower now that we've passed, that third one passed right there. M flare potential, yeah, 20%. I really don't care about that right now. Back over here, our 3599 has gone beta gamma delta again. With that big object around, it fires up these sunspots especially the ones that are pretty active, makes them go beta, gamma, delta. So that's the one that's currently kind of rotating. Well, it's rotating a little bit. Not that one. I want this one right here. It's right here now. So 35.99 is right around this area, which is still not good. That we're magnetically connected to right about here, so that's still within our strike zone. All right, we're not over with this yet, and it just went beta, gamma, delta. All right. I'm one dimension too far. Okay, now, so watch out. This one could probably cut loose still. Now they're reporting that we didn't get our impact from the solar event, but I beg to differ. I think this right here is your impact. This whole chunk on the KP index right here that set off the auroras that we saw, it just showed up a little bit earlier than expected. And now they don't think the one's coming on the 9th. Okay, so your KP index right now is finally kind of sloping down a little bit. We're still having little impulses here and there. Okay, but it's getting back down to, 1.5. It's below 2, which is good. We'll pop open our auroras right here. Let me just kind of show you. This one's pretty faint in this area. It's pretty dim. This one's dim in all this area too. So they're pretty weak right now. We're not taking on a bunch of energy right now. So that's good. Sorry, aurora photographers, but it's good news. This is still old article. I doubt if the tracker is tracking that big one yet. I did see a ghostly looking one down here on Wages World earlier. Yeah, that's still the ghostly one from earlier. And I love Mark Wages. I don't have anything against him. He showed me how to use a lot of these instruments when this stuff started happening to me. And even though we don't agree on a lot, he's still my friend, even though it seems like a competitor channel. I've actually emailed with him a lot and got to know the man. He's a nice man. We just have different ideas is all. It's okay to agree to disagree. We're still looking at this impact on the 9th. It's still that old impact. Never mind. We got to back out of that. Anyways, much love to Wages World and the Fugel family and everybody. We're all one tight-knit family. Okay, we're done with this instrument. Let's move on. See here, they're talking about the geomagnetic storm watch is canceled. A CME that was expected to graze Earth on the 9th either missed or is approaching more slowly than expected. I don't think it's approaching slower than expected. I think it already hit us, and it was this back here. All right, because there wasn't an event that was supposed to hit right around this time frame, so this was a little out of place, and it would make up for that missing hit or missing strike. So I think that is what they failed to kind of see here. So anyways, back to this article. It's okay, not everybody gets it. I might be wrong too. Anyways, the CME expected to graze Earth on the 9th is approaching more slowly than expected. Either way, the geomagnetic storm is canceled. Okay, now the solar explosion targets Mercury. A huge magnetic filament erupted from the far side of the sun on March 10th through the 9th. A huge magnetic filament. Okay, NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory captured only a fragment of the 500,000 kilometer wide blast. 500,000 kilometer wide. That's why when we look at this, 500,000 kilometer wide. Dude, that's way bigger than that. Look at the size of this blast. You can see it draping over this black round spheroid. The back half of the spheroid disappears into the plasma, but it would be round just like that. And you see the flow going over it. I've showed you this object before on this on this side of the sun. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight. It's been so hard to focus today. Anyways, the solar explosion was 500,000 kilometer wide blast. Debris from the explosion is emerging from the sun in the form of a CME. The CME will not hit Earth, thankfully. Instead, later today, it will slam into Mercury. Okay, poor Mercury. Let's see this little movie real quick. Oh, yeah, here we go. Can you see the little moons trailing along with it right here? Dude. Wow. All right, for those with eyes that see, you probably this. It gets bigger as it kind of exits and moves away, but you can see the little moon right here trailing with it. Another one right there. Wow. All right, you can come over here and play with this instrument as well. Let's get back to our report here. Whoops, I went too far out. Sorry. So there's your little movie. The CME will not hit Earth, thankfully. Here's your red bow right here. What a beautiful picture. It even has auroras off to the side right there. We covered that last night. Let's move on to the Schumann here. Okay, you can see we're having one of these grinding events again. All right, so we had a little screech right here, a little weakening right after it. See that little weakening band right through there. And then now we're really grinding and squealing away. And I can... If you guys are feeling weird, ringing in your ears, pain, this could be why. Okay. Imagine having physical pain, emotional pain, and spiritual, actually torture. Physical torture, spiritual, and emotional, all three at the same time. It's brace for impact is all I could say, you guys. When this stuff starts happening to you, you're gonna need every ounce of energy the Lord can give you, or ounce of strength. I didn't get this one loaded up. Okay, there's your cockeyed now. Look how far north this one pushed. Wow. This one is kind of more oblong. It used to be a little longer this way. Now it's kind of more egg-shaped. Now look at this other sub-vortex. Look how big it is. It's very broad, very wide. It's not as intense as the other side, but it's just wide and broad. The center of rotation is like shifted up to here now, which is causing the fire hose effect to kind of come more here and then angle down towards America. See this little angle coming right, comes right into us right here. Meanwhile, our inflow for the main vortex comes out of the Gulf of Mexico and slams into Spain, France, Europe. Very tight vortex on this side. Look how usually this thing is reaching up into Russia and stuff, right? And rotating way over here and down into China. Look at that. Remember how it was rotating down into China and stuff? It's totally rotated way over here now. Look at that. I'll leave it right there. Look how tightly compact it is, how powerful it is. We have a subvortex rotating over here too. Look at this. So off of the main vortex is this subvortex, and look what it's doing. It's rotating backwards across Africa and back up. So we have reverse flow, just like the reverse flow over America. Now it's happening over Africa. All right, now, meanwhile, down below there, stuff is starting to intensify all the way around. Okay, so now let's get back over here to America and put it right about there. So when we pop up this box, it doesn't interfere. So here we go. There's your upper polar jet right here. This is your transition level area, transition zone. Note how it's caused this big old buckling and opened up this area right here from rotation going against it. Above, the air up above pushing like this is causing this air that wants to go this way to dip down, and also it goes way, look at this, way up and over. Remember how that center of rotation was more around here? So all this pushing has turned this jet stream all the way up like that. See this big, huge dome or ridge or whatever? Now that is the transition zone, which then affects the upper jet stream like so. Okay? A little back and forth so you can see the correlation. Okay, now here we have a split jet stream again. Look how this is branching off. Some blending into the southern jet, some peeling off and hitting northern, the Pacific Northwest up there. All right, there we go. The other half going down to Baja California and going across the Gulf of, or across the Gulf states here. And even you see this whiplash, how it comes back up like that and takes, this stuff was just about to go offshore and it gets hooked by this and pulled back up. Watch out for that effect. Now, as we look at our upper jet, we're going to go to the lower jet stream where our storms ride this current. Okay, you can see the correlations, can't you? Here it's more intense, but down below, this upper one is more intense over here. So watch out for the Pacific Northwest. We had all this, look, I'll take the box down here, sorry. We have all of this intense fetch all blended together heading our way, okay? Now what we're going to do is drop down to the weather. All right, you see this storm about to lash the coast of the Pacific Northwest right there, okay? We were looking at this last night. Here was our first storm right here. Here's the second one right here. And now we got another one out here, okay? And this is changing, you know, it changes every day to day because the polar vortex is just doing the crazy stuff, right? Okay, so there's your weather kind of branching out like that. Let's just take a peek around the world, see if we have any kind of... Look at this vortex spinning this way up here. What else do we have? Sometimes we get little vortexes down here. What's going on here? Almost a little storm in between Madagascar and Africa. I'm looking for almost like hurricane, typhoon type vortexes right now. When this thing approaches, it's going to set off some kind of vortex storm, like a cyclone or a hurricane or something. I'm just looking for indications, early indications. That might be it right there. No. Ooh, what the heck? uh, is it Pumbaa from yeah, no worries for the rest of your day. Hakuna Matata. You see the horns coming up like this, the warthog, here's his eyes and here's his curl. It's Pumbaa. How funny is that? All right, I'm playing around. I need a little humor because well, watch this right here. This is forming off the coast of Java here. I've been watching weather that's also hitting Java. They've been getting flash floods, all kinds of crazy weather, as well as all their earthquakes and volcanoes at the same time. Java has had some flash floods that have wiped out bridges and stuff. So they're getting some nasty weather. And we have this vortex growing off the coast here. Let me just take, wow, down at the surface, it's still rotating there. That's a pretty good storm right there. Let's go up a little higher. Okay, so the lower jet stream going across here has created vortex in that region. And then down as we go lower to the surface, you got your storm at the surface affecting the regions up higher there. So we'll watch that one. All right, we got to move on. I'm sorry. So while we're at this level right here, let's show the particulates. Just a quick little brief thing on our sandstorms. Still ongoing sandstorms. All right, we got this. This one kind of not so intense anymore, but still a lot of sand in the air. It's not white anymore. All right, a lot of these regions that were very, very intense have died down right here in this region. But look how some of the sand, just by the wind currents, is being pulled up and into Italy right there. Look at that. So Italy's probably got some red skies. Meanwhile, we have a bigger sandstorm in Saudi Arabia than we did in Africa. So here's our main activity right there. And then as we come up here to the one in China, it seems to have died down too. So something quelling our sandstorms a little bit, maybe more focused in this region right now. I showed you at the beginning that was the United Arab Emirates getting hammered there, getting pelted. All right, now let's continue on here. Let's get over to the SO2. Take away the wind and start looking at our pressure around the area. Here's Europe real quick while we're there. Still nasty, bleeding out. Looks like somebody shot a side of beef with a shotgun. Coming over here to China. Wow, we have an increase in pressure now. Do you guys see it? Especially crease up in here too. It used to be this circular blob. Wow, it used to be this like circular area. We have a whole new branch up in here going even into Korea here. Look at that, you guys. Wow. So definitely increase in pressure in this region. Let's go down to Java. Yeah, it's pretty dark purple too. We have an increase in pressure, folks. You know, we have this back here. All right. That energy goes down to the core. The core heats up, it swells. It heats up the outer core and the magma. That magma swells and stuff, pushes on the underside of the crust and pushes, whoops, come back here. Where are you? and pushes out this gas. All right. So our pressure has increased. I give it a good 7 too. An easy 7. All right, let's come on over and look at a country divided here. Bleeding out this side over, this side kind of patchy here and there. This seems to have lightened up in this part of the region. It was pretty dark from this line over, so I notice a little lightening here, but still dark up in there. You see that, you guys? Okay, also over here now, we've got this plume that's coming out here at the geysers or whatever, right above San Francisco here, has actually filled the Central Valley with a plume of SO2. So a little stinky in the valley tonight. Sulfur dioxide, the gas that surrounds the magma down below. Here's Oahu, a little darker. Even stuff coming out of by Kilauea here on the main island. And even bleeding out of Maui a little bit now. Well, that happened a little while ago. So, the fulcrum point at South America. Oh, this whole region's kind of darkened up as well. And our fulcrum point dot, very prominent, stands out. It's very dark. It's got black in the center. There's black in the center of that one. These other ones that are right by it are pretty dark as well and pretty dominant when we pull back. This whole region's got a lot of very darkening patches as we go down. I kind of want you to understand that these are individual sites too. This isn't like one plume that blew along the coast. You can see that each individual site. Look how strong it's getting in this region right in here. All right, so pressure's on the rise. It's pushing out a lot of gas right now. South America showing it. China was definitely showing it. That was a big difference. Here we got Haiti. This place is black right now. This is another very spot that can get intense. So, yeah, we definitely have a rise in pressure. And we're going to see, lately it's been relieving by volcanoes more so than earthquakes. Look at all that whole region right there, just all filled in right there. Everything right there is all kind of new since yesterday. And you can see some of these other places around the world real quick. All right. All that pressure leads to, earthquakes. Please, Lord, can we have the earthquake page tonight? Anyways, while we're sitting here waiting for that GS to load up, we'll just say a prayer. Thank you, Lord, for everything. It was a blessing. The test, the spiritual test, is truly a blessing. Well, would you look at that? We haven't had any earthquakes today. It's a miracle, folks. Oh, never mind. Let's get started here. All right, our deep quake region right here. 5.5 down at 576 there. Okay, you guys can't see that. Just a tad bit brighter. All right, there we go. So our deep quake for the day, instead of a mid-range 4, it's a mid-range 5. Also down here, we've had a 4.3, a mid-range 4 down at 523. So 2 deep quakes today because we've got pressure down below. That will result in quakes at the surface. Coming over here, a 5.2 on the plate boundary right there. Nothing going down through that side. Nothing on Australia. We covered that. Note how quiet it is in that region right there. All the way up through here is very quiet. We have a 5.0 down at 92. So 5, energy just off or just away from Java here. Nothing in this whole plate boundary area. I mean, look how quiet that whole region right there has this one quake. Coming up here to this part up by Japan here, we have the 4.5 down at 66. Up here at Fulcrum Point quake, a 4.3 in China at a depth of 10. Over here off Alaska, 3.2. Now coming in for landing here at our Fulcrum Point here in Northern California, a 3.5 off of Petrolia. So 3.5 energy in the area. All right, you could maybe expect something in the Bay Area or anywhere along the San Andreas up to a 3.5. Okay, we've had activity inland here in Idaho again, 3.3. Couple of mid-range 2s. Current new one down in Tejas, 2.5. Look at this way over here in South Carolina. Now there's a diverse quake, huh? Those are trees. From the air at first, this patch looked gray and like a bunch of gray black rock in that area, but it's trees. Anyways, we've had a little 2.8 here in South Carolina, so a little odd quake out here. All right. Moving on. Down here, South America, 4.4, 5 there, mid-range 4 there, and another 5 there. So a couple of 5s and a couple of mid-range 4s along South America there. Otherwise, the rest of the map looks very eerily quiet, almost too quiet. I don't like that. We need more pressure being relieved. We got pressure building down below. We could possibly see a strong quake pop off here somewhere, especially at a fulcrum point where we haven't seen anything in a while. Anywhere around this area, possibly, where we see a lot of pressure being relieved. I can't really locate a spot, but I want you to think about all the spots that we've seen weak points right here, possibly. Where? Oh. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Yeah, here we go. So a little earthquake swarm going on right here at the geysers. There's your latest at 1.4. So a little swarming going on there. A little swarming going on down here as well. Let's go over here. Because there's more than one. There's that one, the 2.8, and we also had a little 1.3 there earlier. Okay, I think that's about it for the swarms, though. Okay, let's move on to our volcano report, actually. Please, Lord, let the volcano report work. All right. So here we go. Already March 9th. Actually, let's refresh this and go back a little bit to March 10th. because there should be a little update already. Yeah, here we go. Okay, March 10th, 2024, Santa Guido, Fuego, Popo, Semaru, Ibu, Dacono, Sangay, and Sakurajima. There's a little buff just starting to come out of there right as it started to erupt here at Semaru. Sakurajima is reporting 8,000 foot blast there. Ibu had a 7,000 foot blast. Semaru on Java. Oh, I didn't know what yet. I just wanted to read more about that article. All right, never mind. Usually you can just click on it and it will give you the rest. There it goes. Seismic signal with a maximum amplitude of 23 millimeters. All right, never mind. Ducono, here we go. An 8,000 foot blast out of Ducono. Popocatépetl, 23,000. All right, now we're getting up there. These ones over 10,000 and 20,000. Here's Santa Guido at 16,000. Here's Fuego at 16,000. All right, they're well over 10,000. We're at 16, 16, 22. Here's Sangay at 20. All right, Sabancaya, it usually has a pretty good one. All right, now let's get back into the 9th here again. Thank you for your patience, you guys. Suno Sujima. Ibu. Semaru. 15,000 foot. Marapi. 300 meters. Ducono, 8,000 foot blast. Popocatépetl, 21,000 foot blast earlier today. Santa Guido had one at 15. Fuego, 15. So, did you notice these two that are 15s here on the 9th were 16s on the 10th? This one was 21 on the 9th. It's now 22 on the 10th. Okay, did you see that when we just went through this? Popocatépetl was at 22, Santa Guido, and these two were at 16, and now they're at 15. So they went yesterday from 15 up to 16 today. We've had an increase in pressure. There's your Nevada del Ruiz at 22,000 feet, Sangay 20,000. These are huge blasts, 20,000, 22, 23 out of Sabancaya. All right, you guys see the pressure, the elevations? That's your pressure. You guys know this. I shouldn't have to talk to you that way. I'm sorry. All right. Anyways, back to business. The Pinton de la Fournaise still going potential here, okay? A new little one potentially added to our list here. All right, and they don't show the list for the 9th today, but those were some of the blasts that went off. We noticed 23,000, 20 here. Nevada del Ruiz, 22. All right, those are twice as high than a 10,000 foot blast, and a 10,000 foot is a big one. So a lot of ash going very high into the atmosphere. These two, where to go? Popo, Santa Guido, and Fuego going from 15 to 16, 15 to 16, and 21 to 22,000 feet from yesterday to today. So there's your increase in pressure. All right, let's get on over to our forecast, get this done and out of the way so we can just get to the spiritual report here. And get this little movie started here. Quite the storm that we have rolling through here. It didn't produce any tornadoes. Well, not any devastating tornadoes, but some wild weather going on here. So let this just get around to the beginning here. And we'll start at the top. A lot of this that's further out is very unreliable right now. So Even anything past like 3 days is getting iffy. So here we are, current conditions with this powerful storm hitting New York City area. Well, New York here pretty soon. Yeah. So very powerful, intense storm there. 996 below there. 988 there. 988 is category. It's still category 1. So that thing didn't. There's a 985, which is still within a category 1. And then there's 986. All right. So it stays within the category 1. Still very, very powerful storm. There's a 982 millibar, which is a very strong category 1. So 980, that's the threshold. There's 979. Whoops, dang it, right there. Lord, please give me patience. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. So where I was trying to get here was 982 right there. Right here, 980. And then 979 is the very threshold of a category 2. So these millibars, these strong winds on the backside are going to be very, very fast, equal to a very strong and right on the cusp of a category 2 right here as they whip back on the backside there. Now we're kind of going back through time again here, but I needed to see those millibars as we went there. Now, as we go, here's your current conditions, March 9th, the night of March 9th. Heavy snow up here in New York, severe weather approaching that area. As we go into the morning hours, it creeps up the coast into Maine. That low drops to a 988, which puts it within category 1. You see how tight these millibars here are? High wind's going to be knocking down trees. You're going to have large hail, flash flooding, and heavy snow on the backside. This thing's going to pack a punch. All right, it's basically a nor'easter. See all these severe things in the tail right here? Thankfully, they're off the coast. But that's the morning of the 10th, going into the noontime. See how some of this is trying to wrap back up from the coast back up into land. So severe weather up in Maine by the noontime. Meantime, we have this storm that's moved into the Pacific Northwest actually started a little bit before here, getting severe by the morning of the 10th, severe during the noontime of the 10th. This starts to clear out of there by the convection of the 10th. Meanwhile, we have this coming in on the convection. Nighttime of the 10th. There's the morning of the 11th. This is pretty much kind of cleared out of there. This one's dissipated. We still have residual. There's the noontime with another little round coming in. The convection of the 11th. Still high winds back here, rotating on the backside of that thing. The noontime of the 11th. So more moisture to Northern California, Washington, Oregon. Boom. There's the morning of the 12th. Noontime the 12th. Convection. Nighttime. Morning of the 13th. Noon. Convection. Nighttime. Morning of the 16th or 14th. Noon. See this popping up here at noon. Getting serious by convection of the 14th, little pop-ups down the tail there. And then by going nocturnal, here we go, nocturnal stuff here in Texas and possibly up into Arkansas the night of the 14th. Getting very serious by the morning of the 15th there. All through anywhere in this region, this blob is not necessarily right where it's going to be. So it's just an indicator this storm right here is going to have a very strong core in the morning hours of the 15th. As we go into noontime, look how it's trying to stretch out into a linear front there, but by convection kind of have pop-ups instead. There's the nighttime of the 15th, morning of the 16th. So the 15th, actually starting from the convection of the 14th, going mainly starting at the nighttime of the 14th, the morning of the 15th, noon, convection, nighttime. And it'll be, most of it will be done and off the coast by the nighttime. Then the morning of the 16th, noon, pop-ups at noon here, 16th possibly. Here we go again. Convection, nighttime, morning again of the 17th, noon. Oh my goodness. Convection. Oh no. This is St. Patrick's Day, the 17th. Starting in the morning with already severe weather. Lots of moisture, lightning, severe weather in the morning hours already starting off. It blossoms at noontime. Goes splits kind of at convection into two really strong bands there. And then by the nighttime, nocturnal down there. Morning residual still, even a different band up here. It'll be noontime, convection, and the nighttime of the 18th. 982. That's still equal to a category 1. 976. Now we have dropped into category 2 strength. This if this pans out to be a 976 low right here, that'll be the equivalent, the strength of a category 2. You see how tight these millibars are through here? That's high winds, knocking power out, knocking trees down. 969. Wow. Nighttime of the 19th, morning of the 20th, noon, convection, nighttime. All right, the rest of that is just kind of so far out into the future that it's not really. We'll watch see if this pops up the coast here, if that pans out in the future there. Another big long storm system right here, possibly coming together, gelling on the 24th. Convection the 24th. Nighttime the 24th. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing happening now. Morning the 25th, if we're here. Noontime, convection. All right. Just slide down so you can see your dates a little bit. There's your loop. All right, everybody, get ready for a spiritual report tonight. Curl up with your friend, your blanket, get your warm drink, take a few deep breaths, stretch a little bit. I know I need to. Oh, it's been a brutal day. Physically, spiritually, and emotionally tortured. And you keep a smile. Okay, now let's get over to, let's see, where do I... All right, let's start right there. What this meant, please, Lord, can we have this again? I just want you guys to see this again real quick. Oh, yeah, here, that's what I wanted to point out. This was taken December 21st of 2023. December 21st, first day of winter. God uses the solstice calendar, the celestial calendar, not man's calendar. But man's calendar has the first day of winter is December 21st. And that's when this event happened, was not too long ago, December 21st, 2023.
It just looks so, I don't know. It says December 21st, 2023, 1:45 a.m. They went inside, got people to...
Really?
come outside. You can tell they were walking outside, half tired, looking up into the sky. Murray Calloway out of Kentucky. And then something about Antonio
Kentucky, then.
Leo,
Kentucky on December 21st of 2023.
Saw this
up there again. There's the face.
And he says right
This
there.
is not an app.
Here, let me listen to what he says.
It's a face. Everybody's out here.
It's a 145.
Everybody's out here looking. We're coming out here to see. Oh, I gotta get this. Y'all see that?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Now, hold up. Let me zoom so everybody can see it. Nice. Zoom on it. Hey, y'all need to call somebody. Yeah.
Yes, you do. You need to call somebody.
Right here, what we're looking at. Now, y'all see this. You see it, right?
Yes.
I'm just saying, there it is. That's a nice,
Woke him up.
crispy face. Hey, somebody got another phone? I don't want to be the only one recording this.
Start recording this, Roger.
Oh, cool.
The ship is wrecked. Let's get these.
Yeah, you gotta get this, we're all out here. I'm just out here looking. There's a dog, even the dog's tripping. There it is. Hey, y'all need to call somebody.
That's
Yeah.
one of the filters.
Tell them we're out here, what we're looking at.
And then watch when he
Now, y'all
pans
see
with the
this?
filter back
You
to
see
a
it,
human
right?
face.
Okay, now again, when he pans the camera back this way, only anything solid. The people standing here show up. They almost look like cartoon characters. Obviously, they're not cartoon characters, but right there, those are real people standing there, right? You can see the side of the house. When he pans back that way, the side of the house, you can see people. This only shows solid structures, solid features, and it shows those people standing there.
There
and then,
it
of
is.
course, whatever's going on up in the
That's
sky.
a nice, crispy face. Hey, somebody got another phone?
And
I
that's
don't
why I
want to be
use
the only one recording this.
this format. So there's another gentleman that comes outside, half asleep, opens up his
Yeah,
phone
you gotta get this,
and starts recording. He's right there.
All right, so Mr. MBB's channel, okay? This is captured by somebody else. All right. Have this stuff happening to me all the time. Wherever I go, I've been showing you that on my channel. Now, other people are capturing this event here. Oh, come on. Where's the image? Please, Lord. Right there. Okay. It's real face. You saw with the filter how it worked on a real human face, and then how it detected this as a face, because it is. Then we have this event too that just happened not too long ago. If we can have this face.
This. Guys, what's going on over here in Virginia, Hampton?
Hampton, Virginia.
Some people might say this is pareidolia or something else. Maybe weather manipulation. It's terrifying as all hell, right? Well, again, it's a great photo. I believe this is legitimate. Good pair. See the mouth, the nose, the eyes. Project Bluebeam. Who knows on as well?
Yeah, Bluebeam can't do that.
What's going on?
All right, so here's another giant face in the sky watching over you, looking down from above, from a different dimension. Okay, it's God's handiwork right there. Man cannot do this to the clouds, especially with the coloring and the sunset. Are you kidding me? It's God's handiwork. These are signs in the heavens that we're told to watch for. That's why you're supposed to be looking up and not down at your phone. All right, that was music. So Let's go back to that one for a minute. I'll pull that up a little bit bigger. And then we'll do a little bit of reading here. Get my reading lamp going here. All right. Oops. Let's see, where did we start? I had this all stacked just right. Okay, before we do that, though, you seeing that face right there, right? I was kind of telling you that it's like seeing your own face in the sky, right? Well, this is me when I'm reading to you guys here. And in fact, we're going to do this just for a minute. So, okay. Waiting on me means directing your attention to me in hopeful anticipation of what I will do. It entails trusting me with every fiber of your being instead of trying to figure things out for yourself. Waiting on me is the way I designed you to live, all day, every day. I created you to stay conscious of me as you go about your daily duties. I have promised many blessings to those who wait on me, renewed strength, living above one's circumstances, resurgence of hope, and awareness of my continual presence. Waiting on me enables you to glorify me by living in deep dependence on me, ready to do my will. It also helps you to enjoy me. In my presence is fullness of joy. So be still in my presence, even though countless tasks clamor for your attention. Nothing is as important as spending time with me. While you wait in my presence, I do my best work within you, transforming you by the renewing of your mind. If you skimp on this time with me, you may plunge headlong into the wrong activities, missing the richness of what I have planned for you. Do not seek me primarily for what I can give you. Remember that I, the giver, am infinitely greater than any gift I might impart to you. I repeat, I, the giver, am infinitely greater than any gift. I'm the best gift than any gift I might impart to you. Though I delight in blessing my children, I am deeply grieved when my blessings become idols in their hearts. Anything can be an idol if it distracts you from me as your first love. When I am in the ultimate desire of your heart, when I am the ultimate desire of your heart, you are safe from the danger of idolatry. As you wait in my presence, enjoy the greatest gift of all, Christ in you, the hope of glory. I am a God who gives and gives and gives. When I died for you on the cross, I held back nothing. I poured out my life like a drink offering. Because giving is inherent in my name, I search for people who are able to receive in full measure. To increase your intimacy with me, the two traits you need the most are receptivity and attentiveness. To increase your intimacy with me, the two traits you need the most are receptivity and attentiveness. Receptivity is opening up your innermost being to be filled with my abundant riches. Attentiveness is directing your gaze to me, searching for me in all your moments. It is possible to stay your mind on me. Though such attentiveness you receive a glorious gift. Or through such attentiveness you receive a glorious gift, my perfect peace. Stop trying to work things out before their times have come. Accept the limitations of living one day at a time. When something comes to your attention, ask me whether or not it is part of today's agenda. If it isn't, release it into my care and go on about your daily duties. When you follow this practice, there will be a beautiful simplicity about your life, a time for everything and everything in its time. A life lived close to me is not complicated or cluttered. When your focus is on my presence, many things that once troubled you will lose their power over you. I repeat, when your focus is on my presence, like right now, right here with you here, right now, my presence, many things that once troubled you lose their power over you. Though the world around you is messy and confusing, remember, I have overcome the world. I told you these things so that in me you may have peace. I am talking to you. Trust me at all times. Trust me in all circumstances. Trust me with all your heart. When you are weary and everything seems to be going wrong, you can still utter these 4 words: I trust you, Jesus. By doing so, you release matters into my control, and you fall back into the security of my everlasting arms, that wonderful embrace. Before you arise from your bed in the morning, I have already arranged the events of your day. Every day provides so many opportunities for you to learn my ways and grow closer to me. Signs of my presence brighten even the dullest day when when you have eyes that really see. Search for me as for hidden treasure, and I will be found by you. Like a treasure hunt. Guess what? You found the best treasure of all. Search for me as for hidden treasure. I'm all over the place in every person and everything that you interact with. I will be found by you. Okay, one more here. One more sip here. Good, I see we got a few more people tonight. Now, taste and see that I am good. The more intimately you experience me, the more convinced you become of my goodness. I am the living one who sees you and longs to participate in your life. I am training you to find me in each moment and to be a channel of my loving presence. Sometimes my blessings come to you in mysterious ways through pain and trouble. At such times, you can know my goodness only through your trust in me. Understanding will fail you, but trust will keep you close to me. Okay? Understanding will fail you, but trust will keep you close to me. Where are you guys finding trust anywhere in this world? You can't trust the schools. You can't trust the media. You can't trust politicians. You can't trust the police. You can't trust your family. Who can you trust? Look around. Understanding will fail you, but trust will keep you close to me. Thank me for this gift of my peace, a gift of such immense proportions that you cannot fathom its depth or its breadth. When I appeared to my disciples after the resurrection, it was peace that I communicated first of all. I knew this was their deepest need. I know this is your deepest need. Peace that I communicate. It's your deepest need to calm the fears and clear your minds. I also speak peace to you, for I know your anxious thoughts. Listen to me. Tune out these other voices so that you can hear me more clearly. I designed you to dwell in peace all day, every day. So draw near to me and receive my peace. I hate it when it blacks out like that when I'm reading. Okay, again right here. Look, I knew this was your deepest need, is peace, to calm your fears and clear your minds. I also speak peace to you, for I know your anxious thoughts. I designed you to dwell in peace all day, every day, so draw near to me and receive my peace. What else we got here? Oh boy, we got so much more. Hang in there. All right. Different image may look scary, but it's still the same me, okay? I am your strength. This truth about me is especially precious on days when your inadequacies are screaming at you, telling you that you just can't go on. Knowing me as your strength is like having a guide who is always with you, showing you the way forward, clearing away obstacles, empowering you to take the next step. Okay? I clear away obstacles. I show you the way forward, empowering you to take the next step. Then I hold you by your right hand, and I guide you with my counsel. Since I am omnipotent, knowing everything, my counsel provides the best wisdom imaginable. So don't fret about your weaknesses. They are training you to depend on my loving presence, confident that I am with you and I will help you. Your world becomes less threatening when you throw off the pretense of being able to handle things by yourself. You got to throw off those pretenses that you can handle everything. Furthermore, I meet you in your weaknesses and use them to draw other people to me. My light shines in and through your inadequacies when you keep looking to me, your strength. Let this love light flow freely through you, filling you with joy that overflows into others' lives. Into others' lives. You guys got to be the light into other people's lives too. Okay? I give you the ball, you run with it. I give you a candle, don't hide it under a box. Light it and put it out on display for everybody so it lights up the room. You guys are like little candles out there. Not many left to light up this entire world. Right? So you're gonna have to be bright little candles there. All right, so back to this image here. My light shines in and through your inadequacies when you keep looking to me, your strength. Let this love light flow freely through you, filling you with joy that overflows into others' lives. We want joy to flow into others' lives. When people bare their souls to you, you are on holy ground. Your responsibility is to listen and love. If you jump in with both feet trying to fix their problems, you pollute the holy terrain. Some people will retreat when this happens. Others may be too wounded to realize they've been violated. Either way, you have spoiled a splendid opportunity. To function effectively on holy ground, you need the help of the Holy Spirit. Ask Him to think through you, listen through you, love through you. As the Spirit's love shines through you, my healing presence goes to work in the other person. Your love light heals other people. Do you see that? While you continue listening, your main role is to direct the person towards me and my bountiful resources. If you follow these guidelines, both you and others will be blessed. It's pretty simple. Just follow these simple guidelines. Both you and obviously others will be blessed. They will connect with my unfailing love at a soul level, and I will show them the way they should go. So as you listen and love in dependence on me, my spirit will flow through you like streams of living water, refreshing your soul. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. This may sound easy, but it's actually quite countercultural. People who work in the media almost always shine their spotlights on what is wrong. They rarely bother to report good things that are happening, especially the many good things my children are doing. Having a positive focus is not only countercultural, it's contrary to human nature. Your mind is a magnificent creation, but it is deeply fallen. Okay, wait, here we go. As a result, seeking to focus on excellent things does not come naturally to you. It requires persistent effort, making the right choice over and over again. Daily, moment by moment, you choose to look for what is good. In spite of the massive problems in your world, much remains that is worthy of praise. Moreover, the one who is most praiseworthy is the one who is right in front of you and beside you. In spite of the massive problems in your world, much remains that is worthy of praise. The one who is most praiseworthy is the one who's right in front of you, beside you, closer than your thoughts. So rejoice. I discipline the one I love. Discipline is instruction intended to train. It is a course of action leading to a greater goal than immediate satisfaction. In fact, effective discipline can be unpleasant and even painful. So it is easy for you to feel unloved when I am leading you. It's easy for you to feel unloved when I am leading you, when I'm leading you along a way that is difficult or confusing. In such a situation, you have an important choice. Either cling to me in trusting dependence or go back away from me and seek your own way to go. See how well that works out for you. When are you able to recognize my discipline as a facet of my love for you? You can go through tough times joyfully, just as the early disciples did. You can come boldly into my presence, asking me to show you what I want you to learn and what changes you need to make. Tell me also of your desire for reassurance of my love. Take time to bask in the light of my loving presence as you gaze in my face. Tell me also of your desire for reassurance of my love. Take time to bask in the light of my loving presence, like right here, right now. As you gaze at my face, the light of the knowledge of my glory shines upon you. And that was it. Oh, man. I'm so upset with, just the pollution of the minds of my children. You know what I'm saying? The education system, the corrupt politicians, the corrupt media have brainwashed our society, right? Now you got things like TikTok and rap music that come in and poison those brainwashed minds. And now we have this reprobate mindset, this mindset of, this mentality of everything's owed to you. You have to go out and earn stuff. You have to work hard for it. It's not just given to you. Anyways, I see this happening and going rampant right now. It's going to be happening to everybody. Watch out as it goes raging through your families. Keep solid, keep praying. This is your foundation right here, the rock, your foundation, so you hold on tight. All kinds of crazy stuff going to come down the pike, and they're going to try to get you to have a battle in your mind, and you're going to be your own worst enemy inside your head, and you're going to need to hold on with a solid mind, a sound mind. And that's why I keep bringing this stuff to you, show you my face. You hear my voice. My sheep know my voice. My sheep have eyes to see and ears to hear. They recognize my voice and they follow me. They watch, they follow, and they study me. Just like all these faces, UFOs, entities that I've shown you, Mary, angels, demons, all this stuff follows me, watches me, and studies me, just like you do everywhere I go. Okay, and it's for a reason. It's because of who I am. Now rest in that assurance. Find peace and know deep in your heart that I love you. I miss you. And until my next show, I will be back. I am already back, and the world's about to find out.